Leo, welcome to your May 2022 general tarot reading. It's Raina here. So I pulled these cards and I was trying to interpret the Knight card, which is this deck that I recently got called the Cosmic Slumber Tarot. This is the little hardcover booklet that comes with it. It has two additional cards, the morning and night. And I've been drawing these cards and I've been tempted to take them out of the deck because, they're not kosher for the traditional tarot. That's not part of it. But I left it in because that is part of the person who created this deck. So I figured that was the right thing to do. And of course I got the Knight card, and I thought that was like the dark night of the soul, and I wanted to make sure. And it actually has a totally different interpretation than that. So that's why I'm starting over again, because maybe it will be something that will be more meaningful to you. The Knight card is the heart of the matter card, and it represents a time to work on whatever problems you need to solve when everybody else is asleep. And I think that this can also be connected to any other type of work. Maybe you are starting a business and you have a day job, and you're going to use that time when it's very quiet to, the additional time to work on what you're working on. The way that they draw that picture, though, it does seem kind of treacherous. So that's what was so confusing about it. In the past position, we have the Emperor. Don't ask me what that creature is. It looks like an alien or something. But I love the colors. I'm sure you would too. And the artwork. That's why I was drawn to this deck. It's funny that that he or it is holding a a flower stalk that looks like a daisy or like a yellow flower, sunflower type of thing, although small, because that kind of reminds me of Leo. But this is the energy of Aries, supposedly, of a person who's in Aries. I would say Capricorn, that's just my feeling. But it's somebody who's an authority figure. It could be a boss, a father. The Emperor can be a father. And it's also, I believe, the divine masculine, because the Empress is the divine feminine. So this idea of the getting control of your life. And maybe this is, for Leo, really indicative of being that leader in your own life. But sometimes you can't do that when you work for somebody else. Sometimes you can. And Leos who do work for other people, they are able to ascend to those positions probably fairly easily, because they just have that natural knack for taking charge and being seen as a leader. But the thing is that I really, I do feel like interpreting the Knight card as something that is maybe a problem, an issue, an obstacle to overcome. And this is your way of, like, if you want something, how do you go about getting it when you can't get it through the traditional route? When you try to do something and it's like not working. And this is what the higher message is, the Ace of Pentacles. The ace, I don't know if all the aces, they seem to be depicted with that greenery, because it's that growth, the beginning stages of something. And this has to do with practical matters. So it could be a new job, but a new business, a new source of income, a new what do you call it? Income stream. And sometimes this can be a windfall, but in this particular position, because it's more of the bigger picture, I don't see it as a windfall, because when I think of a windfall, I think of something that somebody wasn't planning on getting, that they're getting. It's like, wow, that this is coming to me. So I'm thinking more of something that you are that you are initiating even. And this is because, if we look at the night as a time when things are not known to us, we have to make our way. We have to find our own way. Sometimes people are a little bit too dependent on outer situations to do the trick. And other people, if you notice other people, they always have something going. Like if it's about a job, they always have like 2 or 3 gigs going, so that they're always like thinking, hey, this could end. I'm going to be proactive and have something else. They're never putting all their eggs into one basket. So that's how I see that situation. And so there's a very resourceful vibe to that as far as I'm concerned, because truth be told, we're all kind of in the night right now in terms of what is going on in the world. We don't have any guarantees. Sometimes we're given these pronouncements, but that's nothing. We can't count on those things. And the people who are really on top of their game are the people who are thinking ahead. Now, because you're a fixed sign, Leo, you may tend towards complacency. You like the tried and the true. But the Emperor is kind of like getting your act in order, to me, more on an internal level, not as far as, I have to get more credentials and things like that. I feel like it's more like, do you have your house in order so that if, let's say, you got like some kind of a job offer and it was like this amazing job offer, but it was like in another country, could you just drop everything? I mean, would you have everything organized enough where you could just hop on a plane in a week? And living like that, that's almost like living as a minimalist or something. But I'm exaggerating a little bit, but you know what I mean. Where your life isn't so complicated and that you can't do anything unless you have a lot of prior notice, that kind of situation. What crosses you is the Ace of Cups. And this is, usually I'm reading relationship readings. I'm not going to do that this time because I really get a strong feeling for maybe professional matters and the Ace of Cups can be new love or something like that. But in this particular case, I see it as not being in tune with your heart. So the Emperor is a pretty to me, because I personally see it as Capricorn, is a pretty like emotionally cut off individual. The Emperor is numbered 4 in the tarot. It's actually the 5th card, but it's numbered 4. So, because the Fool is 0. And the number 4 is connected to Saturn, which is the ruler of Capricorn, and that's where the order comes from. So when a person operates that way, they're kind of like really focused on, the do's and don'ts, what is allowed, what isn't allowed, and they're not really tuning in emotionally. And I feel like this is so important in life because you might be trying to establish yourself at the expense of your own soul, but that sounds a little bit melodramatic, but that sense of what is really your heart really desires. And there could be different reasons for that. Leo is a very ambitious sign. And so really, if this is something that kind of resonates for you, think about that for a minute. Think about life. How short is it? Even if it feels like it drags on sometimes, it's really so brief. And it's like, do you really want to be doing something for the glory, the outer respect? Or do you have this inner passion or this inner fulfillment that you're looking for? And to me, that is spiritual. And the spiritual, to me, is the most important thing of all. What is coming in is the Ace of Torches. This is a card of, this to me, this is the page, not the page of Wands. The Ace of Torches, Ace of Wands, is a card of new beginnings. The fire element is in play here, and you're very enthusiastic about it. This is exactly where you want to be energetically, Leo. There are some people, like, maybe a Capricorn person who the Emperor they'd really vibe at that. But I feel like fire signs really need to have some project that they are, just gung-ho about. And so this is the thing in the month of May to really stoke those flames. And it's interesting too, because the Gemini energy that ends the month of May is your 11th house, and that's the house of hopes and wishes. So these can be long-range goals that, you really feel strongly that you want to fulfill. And the outcome is the Six of Cups. This is a card that is connected to the past, Cancer energy, nostalgia, idyllic childhood, children in general. I see this, if we're talking about a professional situation, I feel like this has to do with a lifelong dream of yours. So from childhood, something that you have carried a torch for. And you somehow life has separated you from this goal, this dream, and now it's coming back, and maybe the universe is conspiring to give you the opportunity to make this happen. So getting that second chance to go for something. And yes, with the Ace of Cups, that's another thing, is that it can be creativity, a new creative project that you can't get off the ground. Maybe you have this opening and you've been kind of pushing it back. Leo is an incredibly creative sign. And if you're doing something that is not creative, that is more like the Emperor, that is very controlled and very about the material side of life, while that may reward you in that way, and you may feel like you have a stable life, it might not fulfill you inside. And that, to me, is very, very important. So anyway, that's what I have for you, Leo. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a personal reading, I am primarily an astrologer, although I do tarot readings privately for people that like the tarot, because the tarot is, for me, more symbolic and kind of synchronistic. Can be synchronistic about what is going on in your life energetically, and speak from it from that angle. But if you like the more precise kinds of information, I have a deep dive reading, which is an hour of natal chart analysis and an hour of transits for the upcoming year at a special price, because they're 2 full-length readings. And the whole enchilada has the tarot with a natal chart analysis. And that's at a special price too. And I have single readings. Everything can be found at the link below. I'm at RainaMoonAstrology.com. Thank you. Have a great month, Leo. Bye.